I'd sit here and watch the monkey play on the thing.
That's right, because I'm totally bored.
Yeah, we're just hanging out in the backyard because that's our life now. That and going in the shed and working and coming back and hanging out in the backyard again. So we did some little errands today. Errands meaning going from the house to the shed to the garage. That's our errands. That's how errands work today in our world. So, but did some of that. Did some minor work. Put up some cameras around the yard. I bought all into the whole Amazon Blink system. Those of you that don't know about it, I didn't get them free. It's not a sponsor. It's just a thing after research. The thing that totally got me was it's free cloud storage. And so I bought in fairly early. And apparently the newest ones that are coming out don't have that. So I if you can find the old ones, they're really good. They're useful. The app's great. But I'm not interested in somebody charging me to hold my video, even for a short period of time. So that was the cool benefit. There's some new guys coming out that give it free, so I may shift over. But anyway, put a bunch of new cameras up around the yard since I knew that was changing, so I bought in some more before it changed away, and hopefully they don't retroactively take it away from me. That would be disappointing. Anyway, so just hanging out, being watched by all sorts of weird people like that. She's just sitting there watching me. I don't even know why. I just started filming. She's like, I'm gonna come down and sit down. I need popcorn out here.
You don't need me here, then that's great. But I thought that
I'd sit here and watch the monkey play on the thing.
that's right, because I'm totally bored.
Yeah, I could see.
We've done tons of boring stuff that we didn't think was video worthy.
No, it's not.
I put carbon filters in the vents in the shed.
Oh yeah.
Because of smoke.
So remember the guys a couple weeks ago I talked about the fires and we didn't have power or anything? Well, so Mom put filters in our shed vents and caulk the eaves more so that no air can get in.
Yeah, so Dan doesn't die of smoke inhalation
Yeah.
while he's working out
That
here.
was good. Yeah.
I started trimming on the tree a little bit. It's been a couple years since I did that. That's very exciting as things fall onto your face.
Riveting,
I'm sure. I'm putting cardboard down in plans for someday getting some art, maybe. That's riveting as well.
So what's actually riveting is there is some rivetingness.
It is? Oh my God.
So in the storm that I referenced before that knocked our power out, caused the fire, the whole thing, we found that the tree needed to be trimmed. The tree being this tree. That tree, right? It's a big oak tree. Hauled from Colorado as a sapling, blah, 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 blah. There's a story there, but it's not that actually exciting. But anyway, so that tree, Mom planted when we bought the house. So it might be exciting, but it's not that exciting. Anyway, you can see that it's really big now, and we've trimmed it a couple of times, but now it's getting out of control. See, this hitting the house is when we decided, okay, so we got to get the guy to come back out and he's going to trim that. So this may be the last time you see that tree that way, because that guy is going to come and trim the heck out of this tree. Because one, we don't want it beating our house, but two, the owner of the dog that never stops talking over there, she doesn't like us. Just to be honest, she doesn't like us. Anyway, aside from not liking us, she doesn't like our tree now because all its leaves were in her yard. And yeah, it's, neighbors. Anyway, so that's the last time. Neighbors. That'll be the last time you probably see that tree that way because we got to get it trimmed out. It's going to be a lot of trimming. They're going to literally trim the heck out of it. So we'll see what that looks like. That'll be something to look forward to. Yeah. So yeah, that's the excitement in our lives. The tree is being trimmed. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah. So we're running out of things to say back here in the backyard.
Well, Yeah.
We're gonna have fire tonight.
We are?
Maybe.
We're having a fire?
If I can convince Unhappy.
You just got out of a fire. Why would we have... I think... there was a fire ban that expired 2 days ago.
Yeah. We don't have to.
We don't have to.
We don't have to. But the kids are back in school. Everything's quiet. Not much going on. Fire is doused. We are safe. Everything's good.
Yeah. That's a fair point. I should have said, the update is no disaster, no evac, no terrible things, other than a heck of a lot of smoke. Lots of smoke. So much smoke that you weren't supposed to come outside where we are. Because it was deadly, I think was the rating. And all sorts of weird ratings.
Very hazardous.
Well, they had it's riveting again. That was riveting for us, but they had all sorts of ratings. The takeaway was don't come outside. So we were trapped, really trapped inside. So that was exciting. Yeah. Mom got her cover for her wood pile because the fire made everyone fearful of instant fire.
Yeah, we cleaned up everything we could, try to get things under tarps so if sparks were flying nearby, hopefully it wouldn't set anything ablaze like the firewood.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to clean up the yard.
Yeah. Cleaning up good. One thing that was interesting, yes, I'm in the shed, hence the giant beacon of light. Was I did get a new printer. So you guys remember the 3D printer that I have, my 3D printer, right? The Prusa filament printer, which is, I'm almost out of filament actually, which is cooking along really well. It's a great printer. Love it. But I got a new printer, which is a resin printer. And I got it a while ago, but I never opened it. I got it before, I think in 2019, but work, busy, blah, stopped me from actually opening it up because I knew it would be a process. And then COVID hit and couldn't do anything else. So, but I did open it probably a month or two ago, and it's pretty sweet. This is the printer. It's the Elegoo Mars, which is a very well-known brand at this point that people like. And the top comes off. It's a special top to keep out sunlight, because with resin printers, UV light cures the resin, so it's hard. That's the difference, right? It's all goop, and sunlight essentially makes it super hard, which is interesting. The advantage of these printers is they're super detailed compared to the filament printers. Now that my Prusa is pretty detailed, but not like this. Resin printer's crazy over the top. So you fill that container there, a little dish, with the goop, and then this arm comes down into said goop, and light shines through that little plate, and layer by layer by layer by layer cures layers, little teeny layers of resin into whatever you want. And because it's using light and because of how it works, it, like I said, it's crazy detailed. It's amazing. So this is the cool resin stuff. You can see I'm almost actually out. Yeah. There you go. So so got a lot of resin, and I printed probably 8 or 9 things, and they came out, like I said, amazing. This is the test that you print, and it's the Rook, and I don't know how well you can see in there, but there's a staircase and a twisted DNA strand inside the Rook, and you can see the name there on the outside, right? That's a drain hole. But it's pretty amazing. I was pretty amazed when I printed this. You can even see the lettering there on the top. That's pretty cool. It's much more detailed. You can see there's actually a different texture on the bricks here versus the brick here. I don't know how much of that you can actually see. So then I did a lot of tests and played with things, and I don't know, certain different things. The trick with resin printers is the supports. There's a whole concept of putting small supports in place to make it so it holds the actual print. And then you just clip the support out. Problem is, a lot of the software that's free puts a lot of supports, and then you get too many, and it's kind of a mess. But then I printed this little dude. It's just like a figure. It's actually pretty good. I was pretty stoked. Figure was free. The software was free, and so pretty cool if you're into that. And then I printed a couple other things. Like I printed some more stuff for the 40K stuff I play. This is a piece of a gun that sits on vehicle, and then this will give you some ideas. I printed this, which again, there's a lot of detail in that. You can kind of see that exhaust port there, the ridges. It doesn't look as good as it could. You can kind of see it beaten up there at the bottom because I used entirely too many supports, and so clipping them off is hard. There's a way to clean this up some more, and I just haven't done it yet, but pretty cool. So that's been exciting. That's been consuming some of my time, but again, I haven't had a lot of time to even do that. So that's wanted to show you, and maybe next time I start a run, because it's not easy. You can imagine filling that thing up with goop, and the goop is toxic. So if you're not wearing a mask and gloves, it can burn your skin. And there's so many videos out there talking about resin printers. This isn't even a good one to reference, other than just to say, hey, look, I got a new printer. So if you really are interested in resin printers, you should go look like at the 3D Printing Nerd. And there's some other guys that do a really good job at resin printers. I've just started. I'm not an expert by any means, and I still have no clue what I'm doing. And it's just another thing, right? Just a little bit of an update. Look forward to the tree, because the tree is going to get cut, and I'm glad I got a picture of that for you before you see the ultimate limbless tree. We're not cutting it down, just to be clear. We're just trimming it, right? But the guy's going to go to town. So that's what we've been kind of up to. I know, super exciting, but we've got some really cool things with the kids plan. The tree, and then Nathan and Morgan, we've got some craziness coming up. So we'll be showing that to you here next week. So make sure you come back, neighbors.